Alright, welcome everyone. This is the very first Noisy Finger production podcast. I'm going to introduce everyone. I am Joshua. This is my boy Dan, Taylor, and Jon.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, so everyone here, we've all been friends since high school. Now we're in college and we're still pretty good friends.
Doing adulty things.
We're doing adulty things. We are starting a company, and this is going to be our very first podcast. We're gonna start doing some more videos.
Lots of videos, hopefully.
Whole bunches.
We're gonna start off video per week, hopefully. And
Finals week.
That's fine though.
Because we're in college.
And we're gonna do like a bunch of do skits and stuff, and podcasts weekly. So and we're nerdy, so we're gonna do nerdy things.
White and nerdy.
So yeah,
We started
that's a good introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started writing our very first skit. What was it? Thursday this week?
Yeah, but no spoilers, because that bitch is coming out on
Next week.
next week.
No specific days.
Specific days, because who knows how I'll do.
Because you're the only one that's like editing right now.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Speaking of which, I'll get software. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm not.
I will not.
Nah.
I will not do that.
All right.
I will be.
Eventually, you guys are.
Nah. I'm not about that.
No,
We'll
you got
teach
it.
you.
Come on.
Teach you the ways.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
What?
I get frustrated. Are you kidding me?
That's fine.
No, because I
It's
remember.
not a job if you don't get frustrated.
No, I remember in 9th grade, Mr. DeZerko's class.
Timmy
We
D.
were in that together.
Timmy D.
Yeah, well, no, we had like the tech ed one. and
Oh,
then
yeah, the shit one.
Yeah, that was crap. But then him and I took
Web
like,
design.
Yeah, web
design
which
and
was
video. Honestly,
like
best class ever. Best class ever.
Did not take it.
Yeah.
it was pretty good. It was like the equivalent of the high school news thing.
Except 1,000 times better because all we did was dick around.
Yeah.
And got it 100% for it.
Yeah, we would get out of class for 30 minutes just carrying around a camera.
Oh, you could just do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's what MLTV was all about.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyhow, we used the program Avid, and I did not like that.
Oh, we're
so
using
obnoxious.
Premiere.
You all had to teach me that.
Premium.
I don't know how to use it.
Oh, great.
I know how to use it a bit. It'll be fine.
It's enough.
So, yeah. Like and subscribe, watch videos and shit.
Alright,
I'm gonna plug.
Yeah, plug in the first. How many minutes?
We're not going to get any viewers if nobody
5
likes and
minutes.
subscribes to
Like,
videos
subscribe.
and shit. Hashtag
See the little thumbs
Noisy
up button?
Finger Productions.
Click it.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, follow us
We're
on
getting a
Snapchat.
MySpace. We're getting a MySpace.
Yeah, rate us
For
on
you.
Angie's List. We have an
doing-
eHarmony
do we-
account.
Are we on Angie's list? Can that even work?
I mean, I don't
eBay.
think.
We're on eBay.
Well, no, because we are like a company technically.
But
Well,
what
we will
would
be
be
a
our
company.
services?
Babysitting. That's all I hear about on Angie's List.
Oh, we're gonna babysit people?
What's babysit? That'll be our like prime.
I myself
Money
am a child at
making.
heart, so I would just be like an extra child.
I only like kids that I'm related to.
Oh, wow.
I don't like any kids.
All right, so we're not babysitting.
Don't have kids then.
I don't plan on it.
Speaking of kids, a child told me today, my mommy said I can't touch you.
Do you think that's like a...
I don't know if it was because she was diseased or like she really wanted to touch me.
Is
and
it
her
just
parents-
specifically you? You probably
No, it was
walked up to
specifically
their
me.
mom and said, "Can I touch that lady over there? Can I touch them?" And then she
No.
said, "No."
I just
You
walked
can't touch
by
that
her
lady.
with,
Damn
like-
it, Jimmy, quit licking people.
No. I just had a stack of movies and she walked up to me, then backed up. She's like, my mommy said I can't touch you. And I'm like, okay.
How old did they look?
The kid?
Yeah.
Young, like 3.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
a boy or a girl?
A girl.
She probably just has a thing with touching random people, and she's like, not in family video. I come here too often. I don't want to be embarrassed. Just don't touch anyone. It's like the kid that touches stuff in a museum. Like, you don't want that, except for they touch people instead of
I
relics.
touch stuff in a museum and I'm not a kid.
Well, I mean, Are you though? I mean, you're pretty childish.
When you're
In
in
a good
public
way.
and you see children like about to do something you know is against the rules, but their parents are paying attention, I get this really strong urge to go up and be like, "You can't do that. What are you doing?" But then I feel like the parents gonna like attack
Scold
me.
you
Yeah.
for scolding their child.
Because I really want to scold people's children all the time.
I don't feel like I'm old enough to scold someone else's
Yeah,
child.
I don't look like an adult enough. I feel like you have to be a parent to scold children.
My manager. I work at a video store, by the way, so I'm real retro. Anyway.
Most of those are extinct. They're
Yeah,
a
so
rare
I
breed.
am a rare breed. But he was like, "Oh, I liked your posse the other day." He's like, "Was that your brother's friends?" I'm like, "No, why?" I'm like, "I just hang out with guys." He goes, "No, because a couple of them look like they were high schoolers."
Oh,
Wait, us?
Yeah, I don't know
Aw.
what he was talking
Which
about.
one?
I don't know who he was talking
Well,
about.
not me, because he
Probably
knew
him.
I'm her boyfriend. So,
Well, not.
a couple of them. It's probably just us two.
Yeah,
There's only three of them.
Because if Derek was there, he has that like massive facial hair, so he's
so it
probably,
wasn't Derek.
No.
You know, I don't know, because none of you look like you could be my brother. Well, maybe you.
Yeah, maybe him, because he,
What?
you know, freckles
Yeah,
and shit.
freckles.
Oh yeah.
And he don't have facial
I
hair.
thought you meant because I look wee.
Ah.
They say I look wee.
We little Dan.
You look weirder than I do.
Nah. Alright, puff
Yeah.
my chest out bigger. That just looks weird.
You look weird.
Hi, Tom.
I look great. Alright, so what did you want to talk about? You go.
All right, we got. Oh, there's two things I want to talk about today. Well, yesterday, PlayStation Experience happened, and
Experience.
What is that?
that's PlayStation's conference they have, and a lot of cool shit was announced, and I'm very excited about it as a PlayStation nerd. But also,
PlayStation rocks.
I am
Yeah.
a new PlayStation nerd.
Rainbow Six Just Cause 3 just came out. Just Cause 3's got some issues going down. We
Big
can talk
issues?
about that, or we can talk about Star Wars. Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars. Because I feel like that's imminent.
We're seeing it.
We get to see the movie.
We are seeing Star Wars
I took off work.
the day before it comes out because Carmike has the Thursday screenings at 7
Really?
before.
So we're watching
we're
it-
Yeah, we're
seeing
watching
it
like
the
beforehand.
17th. It comes out the 18th.
We're special.
Yeah,
How about that? Special people over here.
I've been on a media blackout from Star Wars. When commercials come on television, I go la 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 la, and I just don't watch it because I'm like, there's gonna be a spoiler. We don't need that
Half the
episode
time you
1.
can't even tell it's a Star Wars commercial though, because they don't always play the music, and then it's like, oh, this looks like a really cool movie, and then it's like,
Star Wars.
spoiler, and you're like,
Boo,
ah!
boo, boo,
I just don't
boo.
have cable TV. So
I don't watch
see
cable
any
very
commercials.
often.
YouTube though.
Yeah, they have ads.
I don't even watch YouTube that often.
The only
But
thing-
you better to watch us. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Like a hashtag noise of
Plug.
Yeah. The only thing that I really watch on cable, I don't feel like I need it, but it's just Walking Dead. That's the only thing I watch.
I don't even watch
Other
that.
than that, I should probably get.
That's what
Well,
we have
I know
I don't
when
have
I'm
that
gonna,
channel.
when I got my own thing going on, I'm not gonna get cable. I'm just gonna get Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Go, because like, what else do you need?
well, but some of those things overlap. You don't. Need
Yeah.
Yeah, but some don't.
No, the thing about that is Walking Dead is on Sundays, and the problem that we have is we use Amazon, and it comes out the day after. So, like,
Amazon?
by that point, you're texting me, like, oh my goodness!
Yeah, just
And I'm
turn your
like-
phone off.
And then everybody's putting stuff on social media.
Social
and I figured
blackout.
out Glenn, spoiler, Glenn was, spoiler, dead. And then I figured out he wasn't, and I didn't even watch it yet. And then I was really
never
on
watched
an
it.
emotional roller coaster ride.
Well, in case you haven't heard, spoiler: Glenn dies, but then he also, spoiler, doesn't die. Great show.
Spoiler.
Love it.
Spoiler.
We
Yeah.
warned you. No getting
I'm
mad.
like really behind. I'm a season behind on Game of Thrones, and people
Oh, I
always
bet you
talk
get
about
spoiled.
Game of Thrones. Anytime I bring up Game of Thrones, people are like, "Oh, I've watched that." They immediately start talking about the season I haven't watched, and I have to like, okay, we can't talk about Game of Thrones anymore.
I
I
don't.
like it, but no.
I don't watch it because I don't have any way to watch it except for like illegal. But I'm not about that life. I don't do illegal stuff.
Mm-mm.
Bullshit.
My video store. Free. For free. You can get it 2 for free.
Wait, Game of
What?
Thrones?
Yeah, we have all the seasons. I can get it 2 for free.
All of them?
We should do
I haven't
that.
seen it.
Marathon.
Not the latest, but so can't help you. But
Is it any good? I haven't actually watched it.
Oh, it's
People-
fucking great.
People rave about it.
It's amazing.
Although, I don't know if I'm going to watch it because everything has already been spoiled for me. I've heard-
See, I don't
Those
pay
are-
attention to anything social media wise, so like, I don't. I see the spoilers and then poof, they're gone.
I just use it for gaming news. I gotta be up with my gaming news. I just love
I
gaming
like
news.
creeping.
Creeping?
I like creeping on people.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't think I'm here, but I am, and I'm looking.
Through your history
See.
back in 2010 when you put that Facebook picture
Oh
on.
no, I do. I go way back on, and then I'm like doing that careful thing so where you don't like it. Because you have to be really careful. Because if you
Yeah,
like it,
then
then
they're
it's
like,
like
what
they
the
know.
fuck you doing
Yeah,
on my
Like
picture?
2006.
I've done that a couple of times.
Liked
and
them.
Or the
Yeah.
thing,
You pervert.
something. Anyway, Star Wars.
So, there's a lot of theories laying out, right? So, there's this thing people talk about where Mark Hamill, right? He's like, yo, JJ.
Okay.
And this was like years ago.
Yes,
He's
I
like,
heard this, actually.
JJ, it'd be cool if you made Star Wars but made Luke turn evil. And then there's the whole thing. And then he was like, oh wait,
Spoilers?
I'm making Star Wars. So,
Oh wait, I just remembered, guys.
I'm going to be making Star Wars in a couple of years. So, we all know that they won't show Luke in the trailers until very recently, but I haven't watched that
Probably.
trailer because I'm on a video blackout. So, do you think he's going to go through with it? Because I don't think so.
I think that would be a really like
I think there'll be nerd riots if that happens.
Nerd
history
riots?
repeats itself.
like people LARPing their way
Little
in to
Annie.
go beat them up.
Little Orphan Annie.
Little Orphan Annie.
It could be good, though.
I mean, I think it could be.
He's the new
because
antagonist.
what if he turned into the Joker?
He automatically
Mark
is
Hamill Joker,
You know how
Luke
I got
Skywalker
these scars?
crossover.
Mini lightsabers.
Yeah.
That's how he got the scars.
Yeah.
As soon as
It
that
wasn't
trailer
popsicles.
popped, my sister's husband, he immediately like posted a picture of Mark Hamill
No.
with his massive facial hair that he somehow got over time. I don't know.
What?
I don't imagine.
What,
Mark,
people can't grow facial hair?
Well, Mark Hamill's not a guy that strikes me as having facial hair.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Mark
He's
Hamill's
kinda-
not a
he's kinda
pretty
like,
dude.
You feel like you touch his skin and it would squeak. You know what I mean?
Well, he's like, he got ugly after that whole car thing, right? So he needs a beard to look
Cover
good.
that up.
Yeah, he's got to make
He
sure.
doesn't. I wouldn't say he looks ugly. He just looks grizzled.
Grizzled.
Nah, he's got that skin thing
Like
now.
Bear Grizzled.
Like Bear Grylls.
Not like he's not got that
It's like
grizzle.
when he's too long out in the drinking his own pee in the snow.
He's wise, is what Mark Hamill looks like with a beard.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls is
Nah.
Nah.
He's not wise.
not into
Less
it.
strap.
What's wrong with Bear Grylls?
Nah, I mean,
Well, didn't he go through that thing where they canceled it because he had like people like feeding him?
Yeah, he had people helping him.
yeah.
Haven't you ever seen the thing where the guy takes a picture, like, exactly where Bear Grylls is, and then it's a video, and it pans to the right, and there's a highway?
No.
But you know,
You've
what?
never
He still
seen
taught
that.
us to survive. But there was a lot. They did poke a lot of holes through his like survival theories. Like you
Yeah.
can't actually like drink your own pee.
There's a
Don't die.
much better Bear
Don't drink your
Grylls
own
show that teaches you how to survive, like, say, like, crashed your car into a river.
So I would watch that.
And,
because-
yeah, that's a cool
realistic.
show. And it's got, like, self-defense stuff. And
Have you seen Less
How
Strap?
about if you pop your tire?
I've seen his stuff. That's legit.
Yeah, he does that all on his own, films everything on his own.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it to the sense where it's unrealistic because he has to put the cameras everywhere. But other than that, he does everything on his own. And I love that.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid.
That's stupid. I was gonna say that's stupid.
I wouldn't do that because like there's another person. You
what if
gotta
I
be all,
hurt my
like,
jolly?
snake bites on
Yeah.
your man parts?
If they offered prize money, would you do, guys? do
How
it?
much prize money?
Yeah, that's how it depends. If it's like $5, then
Like,
I don't know,
if I'm gonna
Dan would
get-
take that,
Yeah,
but I
Dan
wouldn't.
would definitely.
Frostbite on my testicles. I'm not
just
gonna do
like
it for
money.
like $50,000.
I just like funny.
I would say like $1 million.
Oh, was it?
million?
Yeah, that's like what all
Like
the games should
that.
be.
Wait, how long
10,000.
do they have to stay out there for?
Like a couple weeks. or
No.
something.
A couple
Not
weeks?
bad.
I thought it was just a week.
I think they have like
think?
different lengths.
That's terrible.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about PlayStation because I'm really excited for some things got announced. First of all, I don't know about you guys. Childhood, right? You got our PS2s, right?
No.
I had a PS2
Nintendo.
since I was like
GameCube,
1
Wii.
or 2,
DS.
whatever it was.
Ace Combat. Are we familiar?
The playing game?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was really into Ace Combat. Well, yesterday,
Explain
Wait,
it.
did we
Ace
play
Combat's
that?
a plane game. It's all takes place
Plane
in air
or
combat.
plane?
Plane, like
Air
airplane,
combat.
fighter
You're saying
pilot.
plane
Like an airplane.
or
Well, I guess
plane?
like
As in
Pam or Pam?
missile lock like that.
plane?
Mobius 1 Fox
Like
2.
PLAIN plane boring? Or
No, like an
PLANE?
Airplane.
Plane.
So Ace Combat 7 was announced
I
yesterday,
understand.
which is the new Ace Combat, but
7 of them.
it's using PlayStation VR. I cannot think of a more perfect virtual reality game than an airplane game. Looking around your cockpit and shit.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
That's so
It makes
cool.
me sick feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how well
I'm
that
excited
would
for
go.
that.
Because
It comes with its
I've
own
used an Oculus
puke.
once.
You just
Bag.
like attach a puke bag, like a horse, what they eat out of.
Feed
when
bag.
they're-
Feedback?
Yeah, it's just for vomit.
Yeah,
Well,
because
whenever I got my Xbox One that came with the Kinect, they have that game Forza. I forget which one it was because
Five, I
Motorsports.
there's 50 million of them.
Yeah.
Forza
there's a lot
500.
At work.
Whenever you plug the Kinect in, it tracks your head, and if you turn your head, it'll turn it on the screen.
Oh, really?
That's kind of cool.
But how would that work when you're like this and it's out of the corner of your eye?
Oh, it's probably just like
Like, you don't have to turn it that much, I don't think.
You see,
Okay.
that kind of stuff confuses me because if it gets more than just, I have really bad hand-eye coordination, so if it gets more than just like playing with this, I'm like, what's going on?
you just have
My
to like
car's,
act
running
like
into
you're in
things.
real life.
I can't do that. Like when it became to like the Wii, when you would like hit things, I'm like, and it's like glitching out and the sword's going through the body, and it's just never good. Doesn't work
That's
for me.
okay.
Virtual reality is not my thing.
I think it's cool. I'm definitely gonna get into it. I know it's gonna be expensive.
Very expensive. Have you
And-
seen like Oculus prices?
Yeah, but I think PlayStation will be able to get the price down more than Oculus.
Because PlayStation's awesome.
PlayStation has the resources better than Oculus. Because, like, they're not going to profit initially. Like,
No,
they're gonna
it'll be a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be willing to sell it cheaper and then make their money. So I
'Cause,
think...
yeah,
and also, I'm hopeful for PlayStation VR because they own developers that they can force to make games for it.
Alright, well, you shouldn't say they're going to force them to make
It's
games.
like-
Dumb over and with.
Well, they are. They're like...
Yeah, but then if you think about that, they're just going to make shitty games.
Modern
They're not,
therapy.
though.
Yeah!
I mean, slavery.
Xbox and PlayStation force people to make games all the time, and they're great.
Like what?
I don't think Uncharted 4 would exist unless PlayStation made it.
Yeah, but that's like
Made
an
them made it.
established thing that people know is going to be good.
Yeah. I don't...
I don't know what you're arguing
It's
here.
like-
I
I'm
can
saying
say like, hey, make a VR game
PlayStation
of
is
something.
going to make... They have more resources to make VR games happen, so people will buy VR technology.
Well, I think it's going to be a while before it catches on.
I'm going to get...
I'm going to say...
Virtual reality?
Because console
Yeah.
people aren't
Yeah, because it's not
into
going to...
the ingenuitive stuff
That's
like the
not
PC.
virtual
Because
reality.
Oculus was all for the PC.
Yeah, but no, if you think about it, the Wii, when it first came out, people waited in line hours to get that thing. I think it will go over well. People are already looking
It's just... The difference is it's going to be really expensive.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, the Wii is also already
It was
going
like
to be...
$99.
Yeah, it's already
It
way
was
less
like
expensive.
200.
Yeah,
but like...
but
the
still.
PS3 was $600 at launch.
Yeah, that really burned
The
over
PS3?
its-
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Holy
was...
crap.
Yeah, and then they, like, immediately reduced it afterwards.
Because they didn't sell shit.
Yeah.
Because the
Maybe
Xbox
that's why
was cheap.
people bought the
Yeah.
Xbox so
That's
much.
why the Xbox did
That's why I had a
And it's like
360.
PS4 did better because it was 400 with Xbox was 500 at
Yeah.
launch because
It's
you
just
needed
better,
it.
generally.
No, I think it's just because of the price thing.
Well, the thing is, I think they would have sold equally If the price
If
was
the
both
price
400?
because right now the price is relatively the same, and they're selling the same.
Yeah,
And-
except PlayStation's selling a lot more.
It's just because we gave those Xbox people a one-up with the price thing and the Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3. It's not because Xbox is good.
The Kinect really fucked over Xbox.
Oh yeah, like whenever it first came out, having to have the Kinect, that really
Well, the
screwed
Xbox
up
One
stuff.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
With, like the security problems and everything.
Well, the potential security problems.
Yeah, like
What?
They, like the people
Like
worried
what?
about it
Like,
always
'cause
being
it's-
on and recording.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always on.
Well, everybody has a webcam on their
Exactly.
laptop.
no, but the difference is with Xbox Connect, it can tell like your breathing, your heart rate, and all that stuff, and it can read it. And
I
I
don't
think they
care.
signed like a thing with the government that said that if they find you like selling or doing something,
Well, you have to do that with
illegal.
everything. It's called the Patriot Act.
Freaking no.
I don't know.
That freaked me out.
I just, I was poor.
I
I
would
didn't
not
have
do
enough money to buy it when it came out, so I just waited. And now I'm
I bought a
converted.
PlayStation immediately.
I converted, and
Because, alright,
I'm still
this
middle
is,
of the road about
let me
everything.
explain why I like the PS4 better than the Xbox One. I think that people can have an Xbox One if they are a more casual gamer and more media focused than gaming focused.
You mean
where
mediocre?
Good one. Where like the PlayStation is like more of a gaming console in the sense that it focuses all of its power to running games as best as possible, so it runs.
And
It can achieve 1080p better.
Generally
It can achieve 60
Spends
frames
more of its
better.
time, doing things right.
It's just you're just trying to piss off Josh. But I do like most games run similarly between Xbox and PlayStation. But recent,
Exactly! They run similar. If I put my Xbox and your
wait.
PlayStation next to each other and ran the same game at the same exact time, you would not be able to tell.
I
Wrong.
have points.
TV makes a
Fallout
difference.
4, for example, had way more severe issues with Xbox than PlayStation. Like, significant.
Well, that has to be with the developers favoring the PlayStation
No,
then.
because it's about the processing power. When you devote so much processing power to multitasking and shit,
Yeah.
and then it's not going to be able to run your game as well.
See, okay.
But then
And,
the
like,
person
Xbox
has
is
to be
a glorified
multitasking.
Netflix
What?
and YouTube
The person has to be
machine.
multitasking for it to be diverted.
No,
Yeah.
because it's always listening to you. It has to be able to use the computer to do that.
What do you mean
Xbox,
that's
turn
always-
on. It
It's
probably
not
heard
in
me.
here.
It probably,
It's just-
it probably heard me. And that's freaking processing power right there.
Wait, you're just helping me then.
No, because it's wasting it. It could be playing a game perfectly up there right
Well,
now.
then I'll just
Instead
unplug
of
it.
listening to me.
Like, I can unplug it and solve that issue
but
immediately.
it's a fact that it doesn't run games as well.
Like
It's
Xbox.
a fact.
No.
It's a
Yes, it is.
It's a glorified Netflix.
It's
and
not
YouTube
an observable
machine.
fact.
Yes, it is.
No, I feel like
I
it is.
can't say anything because I'm still middle of the road.
It's absolutely a fact that it just doesn't
See,
do it.
I looked over this for so long in my choice to pick a PS4 because I had a 360
And
for
what did
was
you
it
wind up
like
going with?
10 years.
PlayStation.
So I got a PlayStation, but the only reason I got it was because my brother already had an Xbox One. So now we have both consoles in my house.
The story
disappointed.
changes.
Oh.
Tell me, Jonathan.
Listen,
Earlier,
Okay.
I'm
I didn't
disappointed.
want, because I wasn't going to use my console for Netflix or anything like that. And that's what the Xbox One was basically marketed as, was we have
A Netflix
Netflix,
machine.
like we're awesome with Netflix. You can watch Netflix or TV while you're playing Madden.
There's
I
no
don't play
reason for
Madden.
that.
No,
I
you
don't-
can't do that.
Well, that was like their like cliche thing, like, oh look, you're playing football, watch TV. No,
You can
No
watch the
reason for that.
scoreboard.
I like
Anyway.
that there is an HDMI input though.
that was good. I like that, but I don't use it for anything like that. I don't use my console for that because I always use my phone or something like that to watch Netflix or YouTube and stuff like
That's
that.
too much.
So
With me,
I
it's
got the
like,
PS4
focus.
that, and I really liked how they announced about PS2 backwards compatibility eventually. They
Yeah,
said
that's
something
cool.
about that. That made me really happy because I have a stack of PS2 games in my room that's a good like 100 high, and that's gonna bring back so much nostalgia.
What are the chances that all of those are going to
I have a
work?
Shrek PS2 game.
I like that game.
I never played.
Like the ones that I liked were the big popular games. So if they
Jack
don't
and Daxter.
yeah, like I love those games, and if they don't come back, they don't come back. I still have my PS2.
And the PS3 has.
So I'll play them on my PS2.
PlayStation now has Jack and Daxter, I believe.
But it would be really nice if PlayStation 1 games Because my favorite game still of all
That's asking
time
for too
is
much.
Legend of Dragoon on the PS1. For all you people who know what it is, I love you. And for all you people who don't, it's an amazing game. Google it, buy a PlayStation 1 to run it.
I feel like that's
It's fun.
advertising.
You two need to play it. You can't. You don't have a PlayStation. But you need to play it. It's by far still my favorite game, even throughout the years.
Bleep those out.
Bleep what out?
Yeah, bleep what out?
Bleep what out?
Bleep my knees out. My knees are offensive.
Bleep his knees. I
What
don't
the
know
fuck are
what.
we talking about?
But it's an amazing game, and I highly suggest you guys play it.
You're still looking at him.
I don't know what's happening.
His knees are offensive.
Yeah, they're
Look at
offensive.
them.
Oh, I'll see in the footage. What's going on here?
Or maybe they'll already be bleeped out. His knees
How
are
do you
so
bleep-
offensive.
So
How
they
do
just
you-
auto bleep.
They auto.
Yeah, that would be my feet. They're offensive.
Hobbit feet.
Shoes. And
Yeah, I was
boom.
gonna. Oh, you're hooked. I was gonna wear socks to like seem more
Socky.
socky
Oh.
and dressed.
Look, you got a little thing.
You just touched my foot and that bothers me. But anyhow, I was gonna wear socks and I was like, nah, I don't like socks. So I'm not wearing socks.
So I want to talk about something, right?
What is it?
Gaming wise.
What is it?
Is it the thing yesterday?
With games?
I want to
So-
know what it is.
Yeah, what? You wouldn't
The
tell
thing
us.
yesterday.
It was-
That was Dirty Bomb.
Oh, was it Dirty
So,
Bomb?
yes.
Oh, are you
Oh,
serious?
Yeah.
All that for that.
Dumbest thing.
Alright.
You
Yeah, but it
talked
made
that
me
up.
feel better.
You talked that up for no reason.
I didn't talk it up.
Like,
You're
I
right.
didn't even fight, because then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. So there wasn't even a fight.
Alright.
Like, it wasn't even worth it.
Just Cause 3, right?
Okay.
I was really excited about Just Cause.
And now
Because,
it
I
plays
haven't
poopy?
played any of them.
I don't know if you watched the footage, the beta footage and shit. Super beautiful, super open world cinematic, sandbox explosions. But
Explosions.
now it's on console and PC, right? And on console it just runs like total shit. And on PC it runs great.
Is it because of the open worldiness that
It's
it runs like
because,
shit?
alright, so the whole point, when you start doing explosions and all your, like, the whole point of the game is
bloom.
power to the player to do everything in the most convoluted, cinematic, weird way of explosions they can. But when you do massive explosions and shit, you get, like 10 frames per second.
Oh, like in Minecraft
Like-
when you explode
It's
like,
like
a
a
64 by
big
64
Yeah,
TNT
you're just
and it
like,
kicks you
you're
out.
like, I'm gonna blow up all this stuff, and then you're like, and you can't do anything. And like, to me, that just ruins the whole point of game. Then you
Yeah.
can't even do the thing they're advertising it to do.
Yeah, blow shit up?
Or
No,
is
don't
it
blow
more
shit up or you can't play.
realistic? Maybe they don't
In real life, when you see an explosion, you're just like,
No, exactly.
Your
That-
brain
automatically
goes to
slow
like,
that factors in the anxiety and fear of an explosion.
yeah, but you're supposed to be like a badass.
Badass.
Nah.
They have
They get
emotions,
scared too.
On the inside.
On the inside.
But this is a third person game.
Is it third person?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, shame on you.
So, either they better fucking fix it, or their game's shit. So,
I imagine.
But does it
they're
run
gonna
fine on the
fix it.
PC?
this brings up an interesting point. Is it just a limitation in consoles? Is it just because consoles just aren't more powerful enough
Do
to
you
run
think they
modern
have
games?
the ability to make consoles 10 times better?
Well, if you have a really crappy
Yeah.
PC, then it probably runs just as crappy.
Yeah.
on
Well, yeah.
that
So
as
the-
consoles.
The
So-
question is, should we be concerned that games are getting too advanced for consoles? They're not going to be able to make better
Okay,
games.
I
PC
don't
gamers,
understand.
let's switch over.
I don't
Steam
understand.
machine.
I don't understand why a console can't take it because they're just meant for gaming, while PCs are meant for everything else.
It's
like,
because
I don't understand why
PCs can support better hardware. You can get a
they
16.
make a gaming. You could just buy a gaming PC.
Well, should
That's
we
like-
convert
like
to
$2,000?
PC gaming?
How expensive are they?
It depends if you build your own or.
It's not like realistic.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause my
Unless you
computer
have
can run it.
money, it's not realistic.
so. With all this like VR and expensive gaming, is gaming going to get too expensive?
Yes.
Well,
You think so?
I'm going to say yes. I'm
Because
gonna
right
have to
now,
say yes.
gaming is more affordable than it's ever been. Because if you think about it, PS2 games were $50, and the fact that they've only gone up,
$10.
and
That
the
is
PS
true.
like an
Inflation.
N64 was how much when it came out, like 300, 200, and for the time, that must have been really fucking expensive.
That is
So,
true.
like, gaming's really affordable. But the track we're moving with the ambition of gaming, it could get real expensive real fast.
I would say the games are affordable. The technology that's going into it is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
If you have to pay,
Well, the game is going to be
Well-
$50, but the console and the
$600.
And your VR headset and, like,
the headsets are going to be as much as a console.
Yeah.
well, they said they're going to make it cheaper than console, but that could be, like,
By
cheaper than
Like,
console.
the console's $400,
Especially
this is
since
$350.
the PS4 and Xbox are $350 now. I'm expecting VR to be at $300.
or are they going to be cheaper than a console?
But think
when
about
the
that.
console
That's
launched?
$1,000 just to play one game.
doubt
That's
it.
almost $1,000 to play one game.
Well, not to play one game.
But think about it. Like, you're
two
paying...
games.
You can get tons of
Like,
games.
say it's like $400 with the console, and then you say $300 for the VR. That's $700. And then if you want to buy a couple games that are all like $60 each,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I definitely
$1,000 to
have
play a couple
well
games.
over $10,000 in gaming equipment
yeah,
in my
I have
room.
to agree with that.
You know,
Like all the games I have in my like...
it's just
books.
like,
Well, now people know to go rob you.
yeah.
Rob you in your games.
Well, they're gonna need a really big backpack.
They're just gonna steal the backpack from Josh's car.
Yeah, because my car gets broken into.
All the
Because
time.
I don't lock it, though. That's my fault.
There's your problem. Well, at least they don't damage your car then.
Yeah, they
Might
just
walk
open up
right
the door
in,
and take
get
it.
right
I'm the one who
Yeah.
gets damaged. You're the one who just loses stuff out of it. Which
Yeah.
is worse.
Yeah.
Well,
You shouldn't
you
like...
probably have to put more. I just lost an iPod and auxiliary cord. I don't know why they took the cord, but
And
I mean,
your
cords are worth
information.
money.
Tired.
yeah, you lost a tire and an axle. I think you probably have a little bit worse.
So, back to the whole expensiveness thing. And with games running so inferiorly now, like even like Fallout 4 isn't 60 frames per second on console.
It is?
It's 30 frames. And it doesn't, I'm not sure, it is 1080, but,
It doesn't look much better than the older Fallouts.
well, that's there.
They
use the same engine
Yeah, I was
this
going to say,
time.
didn't they use the same engine?
So do you think consoles, this generation is going to be out of date faster?
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that
I
one.
just bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What,
gonna,
what was the last generation? Like 7 or 8 years?
Well, the PS3
they
came
were
out.
a while.
Right.
Like, I've had my Xbox, what was it, 2008? That I've had my Xbox from? Because I got it when it first came out. I got the arcade, the white Xbox 360.
Yeah, I did too. I think it was like maybe 8 years or something.
The PlayStation 3 came out in 2006.
Yeah, and
That was
I
a
had it.
year
I had my
after.
PS2 for
So
2 years
that was
into
about
that.
7 years.
Yeah.
I think the PS4 and Xbox One are going to be done in 5.
Yeah, easily.
What are we at now?
2.
Why don't we go
Aw,
back?
Are you serious? I just bought
Why
that.
don't we just go back to like when the PS2 lasted like 40 years or whatever it was?
40 years.
Yeah, the
40
PS2
years.
is
It was around-
I loved my PS2.
well,
the PS2 was what the fuck? All right, 2000. So
Two.
that was only 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was longer.
so just don't get invested in this generation
I'll buy
you
a couple
can
games just to
immediately
play with
sell
people,
it.
but
and then turn around for the next
I refuse to sell consoles.
well, I got
Well, if
I
you
got a
just
pretty
don't-
console. So
No, just don't invest yourself.
I gotta collect them
Yeah,
all.
you really invested yourself.
I got a
in
pretty
that one.
console. Well, my first paycheck at my new job paid off. So
Yeah, you're
Did it really?
$5.
yeah,
Was it actually 500?
no, it was like 350, 400. But I was there literally
Still
for
so much
40
money.
hours as a part-time worker. So
That's like full time.
exactly. But I was there as a part-time worker, so I got paid like $9 an hour for that much. And then someone's going to do the math after they hear to go, that's not $400. And then, but yeah,
I'm not hating on the viewers.
but yeah, like it paid off, and I'm happy with it. It's pretty. I got a nice controller that I'm going to be able to resell eventually whenever the console goes.
that you
Yeah.
don't deserve.
Well,
Okay, just because I haven't seen them yet, I'm not claiming to be a fan.
He got the Star Wars edition,
PS4,
PS4.
but hasn't seen all the Star Wars
But yeah.
movies.
Yeah, we need to watch them before the new movie.
That is so freaking impossible. I watched all of those movies like 300 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had the first three, like not chronological first three, but the first three that ever
like
came
4, 5,
out.
6.
Yeah, I had the first three. Okay.
Okay.
I watched all those over and over and over again, but I was never able to see the ones after that
Well, you're not
because we
missing
were
out, so-
never able to buy them, and no one's ever sat down and watched them with me.
How are you gonna make fun of Emperor
I have
Palpatine?
told you
Excuses.
to do that for years. I told you I would watch them for years, and every time that we hang out, it never happens.
My dad.
My dad spent $70 on the Blu-ray editions of it.
Okay, then
like
we
the-
can
like-
watch it.
I want those.
We'll watch
My
it.
dad has it.
We're gonna do that like next week. We're gonna watch them next week.
It is next week.
Excuses.
This
I
week.
was.
This week. I'm like,
Wait,
What year did the Phantom Menace come out? What that?
Like
Because I know
2000, I think.
2000.
Phantom Menace?
I was a wee little lad whenever
Scottish.
that came out. What was the year?
1999.
I was 3 years old when that movie came out. I went to see it in theaters.
Okay.
3-year-old little kid, like, ah!
No.
Why did they do
excuses.
that?
It was,
I would never take a 3-year-old to the movie.
I think they figured that I was young enough that I wouldn't be able to like know what's going on.
Yeah, but you can still scream and cry.
Nah, I was well behaved. I was
I was too.
well behaved. I'm still well behaved.
Prove it.
I'm a good kid.
Bullshit.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
I was coughing.
I am nicer than. I'm the nicest person I know.
You're the nicest person you know.
Yeah, that sounds.
Hey, Josh.
All right, that sounds narcissistic, but it's.
You just like disproved yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sentence is...
Nah. I'm great. I'm nice to other people. Am I not nice to you?
Say something nice to me.
I really like your shirt.
Why has it got to be
Prove
so
it.
superficial?
Yeah. Why does that have to be about you, Dan?
Wear my shirt.
Wait, what?
Wear my shirt.
Right now?
Yeah, because you like it so much.
Well, no, because we're recording something right now.
Yeah, well, you better prove it to the world.
Of YouTube.
That was just here.
I do have my mic on it.
Mwah.
Let me touch your feet.
No, I don't like feet stuff.
Like feet. It wasn't
Even a
sexual.
little?
That isn't that. That's not.
That was
There
What
is
if I?
That was a creepy
What
wink
if
there.
I?
no. There is no exception to the no touching feet rule. I don't like feet. If I touch someone's feet, they better be like dying, and their last request is a foot massage.
Well, that's fine. From you only.
Yeah, well,
Doesn't matter where you
Someone
are.
call Josh.
I'm dying. I need a foot massage.
my foot massage.
well, what if I die first?
I'll just kill myself.
So you're gonna be like, massage my
If you're
feet.
dying, I will just like take cyanide and be like, quick, massage my feet before I die.
I don't think. Nah.
What? You wouldn't? Oh, so you're not such a nice guy now, are you?
Well, I mean, you're twisting it.
Are you...
Will you twist my foot?
No. No.
Yeah, you... Okay,
Your
what if
nicest level went from
your
like a
wife-
good like 9.5 to now like a 7.
later on in life is like, oh, long day at work, just massage my feet. Is that a no from you? Versus Dan dying.
How big are her feet?
Hard question.
Average size? 8.5? Mine are 8.5. Average my
That's
size.
a lot of surface area.
What with this?
These are average.
You have a long day at work,
What do you want?
I have a long day at work.
and you come home, and your wife's like, "I'll jerk you off with my feet."
No! Absolutely
Where
not.
did that come from?
No.
But you're
I
getting
would
a
do it, but only
you're getting a free diddle. It's just it's with feet.
No.
Why?
No. Because first of all, I don't want to touch feet with my hands. So why would I want to touch it with my knob? Second of all,
Because it feels great.
no. That brings up my second point. How can that feel good? It's feet.
What do you mean?
Like feet are
long
designed
as
to
you're
touch
getting-
ground.
So, as long as you're getting jerked off, you're gonna be fine.
No.
I'm telling you, you're gonna like it.
No, I don't think I will.
Mine was an innocent question.
Yeah. Okay, back to that one because that one's civilized. What was the question again?
Your
Would
wife
you give him a
has a
foot
long
massage?
day and needs a foot massage.
Probably.
All right.
What if I have a long day? Will you give me a
But,
foot
but
massage?
Dan's dying and he
I'm-
won't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, but the
Oh.
whole point of that was he was going to kill himself just so he can get.
That's
a
how
massage.
much you mean to me. I will die before you don't massage my feet.
That doesn't sound like it's about me. That sounds like it's about you.
No, it's about you. I'm not doing it for anyone. I'm doing it for you.
But that I don't want to do that. That's the point.
Yeah, but I want you to.
That it's about you.
Nah.
Yeah, it's about you.
No, it's about you overcoming your fear of feet.
I don't have a fear of feet. I just don't want to touch them.
Yeah, you look pretty afraid of my foot.
I'm not a big fan of feet either, but I'm not like
What if someone was going to jerk you off with them?
No.
me.
I'd be a little worried.
Well, you should be.
Why?
Because that's not
What
that
if Carper was going to?
If he was doing that's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. New conversation. New conversation.
All right.
New conversation.
Are you going to build a PC?
No.
I might.
I'm considering it. Like, if I get money, if I ever get money, I might.
Oh, you got $500.
You always say that. If I ever get money, I'm gonna buy a really
If I ever
expensive
get
car.
money, I'm gonna buy an expensive car.
You're going to buy
I'm
a
gonna
Dodge Viper made out of gaming PCs.
I would get a Mustang. I will forever say that.
Made out of gaming PCs?
Made out of
Yes.
red game.
Bumblebee!
red gaming PCs.
Bumblebee.
I want a Transformer.
Those are expensive.
Those aren't that expensive.
No, they're very expensive.
Nah.
It's really
They
hard to
come
come
with-
by parts. You gotta kill a
Nah.
Decepticon.
They can just repair themselves.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, you
you
need
got-
that one sassy one that's like a medic or whatever.
Yeah. Or you can just get Mark Wahlberg to repair your Autobot.
Hey, Bumblebee.
Turn my.
How you doing?
What would my
Hey,
PT
how's it
Cruiser?
going?
Tell your mother I said hi.
Say hello to your mother for me.
What would my PT Cruiser look like as a Transformer? What would it be?
It'd be like those little annoying bug ones.
No.
But it would have a car.
What?
So it would be like
that noise was so loud today.
When you were
He
pulling
was
in the
in-
driveway, I could hear you.
Yeah.
He was inside
You need to get
a
your belt
family
fixed.
video, putting movies away, and it was so loud that he looked up to make sure I was okay. Oh, it's so
You
weird.
need to get your belt
And
fixed
then
really bad.
my full console thing inside turned off. It just turned off when I was at a stoplight. I'm like, is my car off? Did I die? Is it dead? I'm gonna just sit here.
And you just entered
Like your
purgatory.
speedometer and stuff?
All of it, yeah.
Your
Just
speedometer
the
turned
lights, all of it turned off.
Did
And the battery
a
light
fuse
was
blow?
coming on.
I told you, if it's your alternator belt, it isn't going to charge your battery when you're idling.
It just needs to be fixed. And then it pulls to the left.
Oh, yeah. You could have a dead car battery soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that thing.
especially with it being cold.
Do you know how to jumpstart a car?
Don't touch the tips!
I'll just call you guys.
I have jumper cables in my car, so it should be fine.
Be
Yeah.
prepared for a call, everybody, whoever's available.
Oh,
I
I
don't
had
have
to do that
this.
one day.
What, jumpstart a car?
Yeah. Remember that day?
Did you get scratched in the face?
No, that was before. Remember that day I sent everybody a text and then you were like, "Hey, I can come get you."
Oh, yeah.
That was because my car battery died right after I got off work,
Uh-huh.
and I had to go to class right afterwards, and I had a test, so there's no way I could be late. But I was like,
I still skip.
whoa! I had no idea. Like I know how to jumpstart a car, but I wasn't gonna go back into work and ask someone. So I was like, "How do I deal with this?" And then my dad told me that we have this little battery thing in the back of the car. that
Oh,
you
yeah, I
can
have one of
use
those,
that.
too.
But I was super frustrated.
Wait, why
I
wouldn't you
have
just walk
a
back into
tackle
work?
box in the back of
What?
my car.
Why wouldn't you just
That'll
walk back
tackle
into
the
work?
problem.
Because I would have to tell someone to bring out their jumper cables.
So, what's wrong with that?
I don't like people.
I had to help someone to Best Buy with that. They
Just
walked
don't
in,
help
they're like,
people
hey, does anyone
ever.
have jumper cables?
No,
Like,
I don't. I
It's
don't
not
like
that.
asking people for help. I like helping people.
You know, knowing my the battery will die when I am in a rural area with no
Rural.
service.
I crashed my
Creepy
car in a
people.
rural area with no service.
That sucks.
Do you guys remember Mr. What was his name? AP Hero.
Sonar.
Zunak. His story about the plow, and he went
Oh.
off the
Yeah.
road into a house. He was
Yeah.
just like, hey,
That's not rural.
I crashed into your house.
So, team, we're getting around that time.
Is
there
it
anything
really
you
already?
guys want to talk about before we end?
Yes.
All right.
Why won't this go away?
All right.
There we go. Recently, as a matter of fact, yesterday, we filmed. Get that out of the way. we filmed a cheeky little video
Uh,
that we will be putting out somewhat. Did we give you all the footage?
no, I don't think.
Anyway,
Well,
I'll
I have
edit
stuff
it
on my
tomorrow.
phone.
we're gonna have to give it to you then.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Anyways, we found a video of Dan trying to go through a bet that I made with him.
Mm-hmm.
Dan is infamous for making bets with me for money.
Bad bets.
Yeah, bad bets. Most of them involve him ingesting some sort of food.
Yeah.
Terribly.
Well, the first one we did was I had to drink a bottle of steak sauce
In under
for
a minute?
$6 and under a minute and a half, I think.
Yeah, it was a minute.
Was it a minute?
Yeah, I don't think you got. Did you get that one?
Did the shit out of it.
Okay,
And you
got
got
that
what,
one.
like $3 out of it or something?
$6.
$6.
I bought a bag of chips. The one yesterday, though, was...
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to wait?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Well, you can just
The one yesterday was far more difficult. It was
It was real.
1.4 pounds of gummy bears,
the small ones, itty bitty ones.
and they were stale as dicks. And you had to eat it in under
I gave you
20 minutes
20 minutes.
to eat it. And we'll see how that cracks out on the video. Check it out.
Plus he has acid reflux. So let's
And I
just
have
check it
acid reflux, but I took my Nexium. So watch the
Nexium.
video.
You won't puke
That
up
will
your
be
gummy
out
bears.
very, very soon. Also, we're gonna film another video next week, and that will hopefully be out by the weekend. And stay tuned for various series. And is there anything else you guys want to say? Are you guys good?
Like, subscribe,
That dog's
Facebook,
been here the whole
Twitter.
time.
Yeah.
Cute little dog.
plug ourselves.
All right. So thank you for viewing our very first video. I hope you guys stay tuned. Tell your friends. Adios.
Bye.
This has been the Noisy Finger Podcast.